Well, look, a couple of days on, how are you feeling?
Yeah, a little bit numb. It's obviously an enormously disappointing day for the football club. So it's still a little bit close, I think, to the game to really kind of reflect on everything that happened. But yeah, overwhelmingly just a sense of just numbness and disappointment.
What was it like travelling back, obviously, yesterday with the guys?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult. It was pretty subdued in the plane. To participate in a grand final was a tremendous effort by this football club, but to not ultimately come away with the ultimate prize was disappointing. So yeah, you can imagine the plane flight was pretty subdued on the way home, and guys were pretty exhausted from the weekend and all the emotion that surrounds participating in a grand final.
Luke, you're around the club for a couple of days, I believe. What's the process now, post-grand final, for the next couple of days?
Yeah, well, the playing group will have to go through some medical, some meetings, all the sort of usual end-of-season stuff that we have to tick off. So we'll be here till probably Wednesday. I think about midday we're finished officially. So through that time, there'll be some meetings and some medicals. And opportunities to sort of, reflect and gather our thoughts, and then we all go away for a rest.
So is it individual reviews, or would you be sitting in front of the coach and just going through your season individually?
Bit of both, yeah. So there's lots of, there's several different meetings. You're meeting with fitness and medical staff. You're meeting with the player welfare officers that need to know your whereabouts and make sure you're taking care of yourself in the off season. And of course, the coaches and the leaders will have a meeting as well. So plenty of meetings to get done, and we'll all be wrapped up by Wednesday.
So no mad Monday?
We're getting together this afternoon for a catch-up with having some lunch and a few drinks, etc. But again, nothing to celebrate here. We'll get together and reflect on a season where we worked very hard, but ultimately missed out.
Ross said he wasn't sure if nerves played a part on the day. What's your feeling what's the feeling amongst the playing group? There were some misset shots. Do you think that was some nerves?
Yeah, look, it's, a lot of the basics I think went wrong for us. There's some drop marks and missed shots, etc. Lots of things around that, but they had their issues too, Hawthorn, but we'll rue a lot of those missed opportunities, I think, particularly in front of goal. I'm sure they'll haunt us a bit over the summer, but we'll come back in pre-season, get to work and work to improve and work to grow.
Was it mental, do you think, or was it just one of those things?
Look, I'm sure it's a variety of different things. I can't put my finger on it specifically, but it's a grand final. Of course, it's a hugely emotional game. The stakes are very high. The balls, it was slippery. It was certainly very swirly and windy. There's lots of different factors.
Are there any positives you can take out of the performance and I guess the season in general as well?
I think over the year and even in the grand final, just our effort, our effort to continually fight, to never give in. That's been a hallmark of this football club for probably the last 18 months to 2 years. So we're very, very proud of our abilities to keep fighting despite what's going on in the game. But we need to work on some skills under pressure, I guess, and some other sort of mechanics that we can easily fix if we're prepared to do the hard work. But the effort was there all year.
Just hearing from fans yesterday and people in the media just thinking that this could be the start of something for Fremantle, that the period that you guys have got now, the way you're playing, that you'll be hopefully back up there again next year. Is that sort of the feeling that you've got as well?
No, not really. It's unfortunately, it's such a ruthless game. There's no guarantees, and there's no guarantee we'll be there next year. And we certainly aren't talking about that. None of the players have said we're going to come back next year and we're going to do it all again. We're certainly going to come back in the pre-season and get to work and focus on immediately what we need to fix, and that's to continually grow this football team with the hope that we can be super competitive coming into round one next year.
Can you reveal the extent of your injuries over the last couple of weeks? Were you going in when you're done?
Look, I was, no question, I was a little bit sore. I think that was fairly obvious, but probably no more sore than a lot of guys at this stage of the year. We had a lot of guys running around. I would probably hazard a guess that just about every single player on our list was carrying something into the game on the weekend, and I'm sure Hawthorn were the same. I don't think you can play such an enormously long season. We've been going since I started training probably October last year, so we've been going for a long time. And we're all probably carrying something into the game, but I certainly put my hand up to play and was right to go.
Are you obviously keen to go on again next year, and the guys like Matthew Pavlich and Aaron Sandland, you confident all three of you will still be there next year?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we we love this football club and we've invested so much in it. And to be senior players and leaders is a privilege, and it's one that we'd like to continue. And so yeah, provided our bodies all hold up for another season, mentally, emotionally, certainly keen to keep going.
And as you reflect on the whole last couple of weeks with that wave of emotion, when you reflect on it, what do you think about the purple you saw around Melbourne while you were there for those few days?
Oh, it was just sensational, yeah. And to participate in the parade on the Friday and to see, the purple haze all over Melbourne. I'm not sure that's a scene that many Melbournians would have seen before, to see so many Freo fans over there, and to hear the Freo chant at the MCG. It was really special and wonderful for the supporters to have an experience like that, to come to Melbourne and to watch us play in the grand final. And it's great that they have a football club that they can be proud of, and that's giving great effort.
Did it surprise you?
Did it surprise me?
Surprise you, the volume of people that were there and what
Yeah,
behind it?
yeah, it really did. Yeah, I mean, it's my first grand final, so to run out in front of that many people, it was an extraordinary experience. But the Freo faithful were very vocal. Even
coming back yesterday, was that tough, or obviously there was 2,000 people there standing in the rain to welcome you back as well?
Yeah, look, we were thrilled to see the supporters come out to Subiaco yesterday and at the airport as well, and they've just been tremendous all season, particularly in the last 2 or 3 weeks when we've played some really strong finals games. So in and around Perth, particularly in Fremantle, the whole place has turned purple. So yeah, we're thrilled with our supporters, and they've really helped us through the season.
How do you feel about I feel like defender winning a Norm Smith?
Yeah, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled for Brian Lake. It's great to see a defender get up and win. I don't think they've won too many Norm Smiths over the years. So he played a tremendous game, and I wish he hadn't, but he was stopping a lot of our thrusts forward and rolling off and taking those contested marks, particularly late in the game. So yeah, full credit to him. He played a terrific game for them, and yeah, good for a fellow defender.